Everybody. So the hardest part usually for me is picking which razor I'm going to use. Let's see if I can direct it downward here. So I have my roll here. This one is really interesting because it's a Genko in the original bag. This is like a 1940s bag, which is really cool. I think I just did that one recently though. Some of these are really old and beefy, and I'm afraid to use them because, you know, they're worth a lot. I just feel like less use the better. Oh, this one's a little loose. I should probably peen that pin. Um, this one I've done before, new handle. This is mine. I don't have for sale because of the crack there that I've stabilized, but I feel bad selling it. So this is a Wade and Butcher, just a beefy, awesome one, but it has that crack. So I don't feel justified selling it. So it's probably going to be mine forever. Um, what's this one? Oh, I don't think I've done this one in a while. This is a Boker with an interesting like bullnose point. Yeah, I think this one wins for today. So my razors, when I put them away, I put some Vaseline on them just to protect them. So take the Vaseline off, and as I wipe it off, I kind of look at the piece of toilet paper to make sure there's no rust or gunk coming off. There's always a little discoloration. This one is kept in a box, so it has pieces of cardboard that came off with it. But anyway, now to the strop. Maybe one of these days I'll do a shave with absolutely no editing. So you can see that how long it takes, but I think there are a lot of guys out there who do that, and I feel kind of guilty. I don't know. When people sit through the monotonous parts, usually it's the satisfying parts people want to watch. But the monotony of shaving is part of the charm of it. Maybe like walking along a bridge. Everyone says, "What are you doing walking along a bridge? It's boring." You get to take it in. This weekend, or last weekend, was a milestone in my home because my daughter, my oldest kid, graduated high school. Oldest kid. And that might disconnect me from some viewers, but I tell you what, I remember when I graduated high school, and I feel like I've been faking it ever since. And so to have a kid of mine, and I remember when she was 5 minutes old, I remember that. And there's something special between a dad and his daughter. There's just something there. I have sons and daughters, and it's just different between them. My daughter is, maybe this like is maybe revealing my misogyny, but my daughter is like a pearl, like a jewel that I want to keep safe and, you know, prepare for the world in a gentle way. There's something about protecting my daughter that I have. And with my sons, it's more like prepare them for the world. And, you know, I do both. I do both. But the general feeling is that my daughter is an intelligent, capable, strong person that I want to make sure nothing bad happens. And my sons are these strong, capable people that I want to prepare for when bad things happen. Yeah, that's probably revealing my misogyny, deep-rooted, deep-rooted issues. Maybe I should treat them both the same, but I don't. I have to admit, I don't treat them the same. My daughters and my sons are different. So, my kid graduated high school. And there I am, celebrating with my daughter something that I thought would never happen. I just in my mind. I had this running joke when other people had milestones like this, that I would say something like, I'm glad my kids will never grow up. So far so good. My kids aren't growing up, and this couple weeks ago I had to admit that they are. They are. I'm glad they are. I'm glad she's doing so well. Here I am now, an old man. Weird. I don't know if anyone else felt like after 14 years old that you were faking it. I mean, my wife is asking me about Father's Day and my birthday, my 42nd birthday, 42. When did that happen? 42. So my wife is asking me about what I want for my birthday for food. And honestly, I want pizza and soda and Hostess cupcakes. And she makes fun of me. But there it is, 14 years old. It's like, just faking it. Which angle did I give you here? It's an interesting problem because I am in the military, and you guys can imagine how much I have to fake it in the military. If I'm 14 years old inside, I am naturally, I think, a pretty immature person. And so to be thrust among all these professional people. Yeah, don't tell my boss. Maybe he knows already. Anyway, I'm just wiping it off on tissue right here. Sorry for the noise. Yeah, speaking of professional, there's a lot of shavers out there, like, well, all the channels, people who do awesome things, and they've been really supportive. But even their setup is more professional than mine. this problem of going from one obsession to another, from woodworking to blacksmithing, straight razor shaving, did calligraphy for a while. Um, my wife gets kind of sick of my obsessions. Straight razor shaving has stayed though. I kind of flux between a bunch of them, but straight razor shaving for probably 10 years now has been the same. Oh, someone's knocking. Hold on. All right. That was one of my sons asking if he could go to the library so that he could rent a Transformers movie. Let's see how I'm doing. If you stayed this long, thanks for sticking around with my ramblings. Honestly, I think this way as I shave all the time. This is just the thoughts that go through your head as you're putting a really sharp piece of metal to your face, or your head in this case. And so, thanks for coming along. I'm going to strop my blade. I'm going to put some aftershave balm on, and yeah, thanks for coming along. Happy shaving.